There are so many products in fishing, but one of the most difficult ones to decide on is what type of electronics am I going to use? And one thing I like about ICAST, there's all types of electronics represented here, and one of my favorites is Lowrance. And Mike Campbell from Lowrance is going to talk to us about your new HDS systems. Tell me a little bit about it.
We're so excited about this. You know, in the sonar technology side, you know, we've always been used to the standard two-dimensional. You look down, you know, do you see a hard bottom, soft bottom? A lot of guys question themselves of what are they actually seeing when they're on the water fishing on their electronics.
Right.
So we've taken the new, traditional two-dimensional and now we've turned it into a 3D perspective.
This being the two-dimensional,
this
right
here.
This
being two-dimensional.
Which what we're all familiar with.
Correct.
Color version. Yeah.
And it's very simple to operate. By going into the page window now of the HDS-10, we can scroll over and it highlights structure.
Okay.
And it'll give the guy on the water, the person that's out there fishing, a visual picture of what they're going to select. By pushing the enter button, we have now selected from a two-dimensional to a three-dimensional downturn, or by touching the button down at the bottom, we can now look left and right on the boat, and what that gives us the ability to do is look out all the way out to 400 feet to the left and the right.
Side imaging.
It's side structuring.
Side structuring, yes.
You have the option with this unit now to have a down view, not just a side view, but now a complete down view of the system.
Okay.
So now we're reading the actual two-dimensional type sonar, but putting the third dimension to it.
I love that. I love that. That looks really cool.
And so, even though we're looking at two down, we'll still pick up side imaging of rock piles. Here you're seeing a bunch of rock piles onto the side. If we happen to see something we like over there, we want to see exactly the distance of that rock pile, we can scroll right over and give you the exact distance you need to cast. If you want to save that waypoint, we just come down here and we'll put a waypoint right onto that mark. We go ahead and hit exit and it'll update the screen and keep going. Now we're coming across the whole big rock pile right now.
That is just beautiful. I mean, you can just see everything that's on there. And I love the fact that these units contain the GPS too. So if you want to scroll over, you can mark the spot, go to it an hour later, 2 or 3 hours later, and you can go and fish it. You know, that's the cool thing about it.
Yeah, what's so exciting about having the GPS is always positioning yourself in the proper area that you want to be casting. And the repeatability, being consistent of fishing those rock piles, working each sides of them, is going to enhance your catch.
Well, you know, one of the things that I thought was extremely cool about this unit when I was reading about it was the fact that, you know, when you're a fisherman, you're at the weather's mercy. And usually I tell how the weather's going to be by going, uh-oh, we got a big one coming. Show them what this unit will do.
Well, in the old days, I used to just put my finger up in the air.
Yeah.
See which way the wind was blowing so I could position my boat.
Right.
Again, if we go into the page window, we go over to our GPS setup, select the charting of the unit, go ahead and enter that page. Now your map where you're going to be on the lake shows up, right where you're on the water. With Sirius, this is now connected to a Sirius weather module.
Okay.
And by doing that, we're going to have wind direction, we're going to have lightning strikes. It's like seeing the Doppler radar newscast on your local TV show.
And you're going to know exactly where you're at and when bad weather's approaching.
That's right. You'll see those storm clouds come in. On this particular picture here, we're showing the wind directions. We're showing some weather activity on the screen here.
Right.
So when you get on the water, you need to think safety.
Yep.
And having all this at a touch screen position here will just enhance your day, make it a more safe day on the water.
That's pretty impressive. So there you have it. You've got sonar, you've got side structuring, you have GPS mapping, and Doppler radar, all on the HDS Lowrance. Pretty incredible.